The underground facility Fractal is the most puzzle-heavy Fractal island, as you have to make your way through a Dredge facility. I'm Simmer, and here's a detailed breakdown of the Fractal. The whole Fractal is at night, so you can use night sigils for more damage and power builds. Also, all the enemies are Dredge, except for the possible Rampaging Ice Elemental boss, which is an elemental. This means that you can use Sigils of Sorrow for the entire Fractal, as well as powerful Dredge slaying potions. Only if you get the Rampaging Ice Elemental as an end boss will you have to switch to Elemental Slaying Potions and Superior Elemental Slaying Sigils. To get through the opening puzzle, players must open the locked doors by standing on pressure plates. First and second pressure plates are to the left and the right of the main corridor, and are on a higher level than the main corridor. You can either use stealth to avoid the enemies, kill them, or just try to ignore them without dying. After one player stands on the first pressure plate, the first door will open as long as they stand on the plate. Wait for the rest of the party to cross the threshold, then walk away and wait in front of the now closed door for a second player to do the same for the second platform. This will not only open the second door but also the first. You should therefore stand on it until the rest of the party is in the final circular area of the puzzle. This control room has two pressure pads, both of which need to be stepped on to open the door to the console locker. Once inside, a player must activate the console without interruption. This takes about 20 seconds. As the plates in the control room also open the two doors in the beginning, all 4 players should protect the hacking player. Also, one player should stand on each of the 2 plates in the control room to allow constant access to the console. There are enemies spawning right in front of the console, so be aware and aggro them in time away from the hacking player. Here are some tricks to make this part easier. You can either teleport and portal to the plate before the control room. Also, if you time it right, you can actually block the knockback of the closing door in front of the console and continue hacking, releasing the players on the plates. Stealth and Ash Legion spy kits are really strong to prevent being interrupted as hacking player. If the hacking is successful, the enemies will despawn and the final door will open. It is not necessary, but when the console is done, the whole party can do /GG to reset the cooldowns. After grabbing the Mistlock Singularity at the top of the stairs, you can either stealth past the mobs or kill them. There are then 2 possible paths through the Fractal. One will be randomly selected for you. The first option is to destroy the blocking door with rivals. If you pick up one of the special rivals in the card next to you, you will lose all your stamina and be unable to dodge. Try to get to the gate while avoiding the orange AoEs on the ramp. If you get hit by one of these attacks, your gun will become inert and you will have to grab a new one. Once at the gate, use skill 1 to damage the gate. Use portals or walk back to the gun card to get a new one. Do not use portals while carrying rivals, as they will break if you use teleports. Repeat that until the gate is destroyed. The second option is to destroy the blocking gate with bombs. Grab one of the bombs provided by the pipe, walk to the right through the concealing dust and bring the bomb to the end of the passage just in front of the blocking gate. Walk through the concealing dust at the gate before making your way back through detectors and the enemies to avoid detection. If you are detected, lose the aggro by entering one of these stealth zones again. Your party will need to plant 9 bombs that way before the gate can be detonated. Once the door has been destroyed in either of the 2 ways, you will come to champion Rabsovich. As always, break his Defiance bar as often as possible to maximize your damage. However, this boss has an annoying mechanic where he blocks for a few seconds, so if you hit him during this time you will be CC'd for a short time. Try to stop attacking during this attack, as there is no way around it. After killing him, you can use /GG to reset the cooldowns in preparation for skipping to the final boss of this Fractal. Run through the tunnel to the final boss in a group, using stealth or simply ignoring the enemies there. Try to get the mobs off your back before engaging the boss by running away from them, e.g. to the other side of the room, without triggering the boss. The final boss is either the Dredge Powersuit or the Rampaging Ice Elemental. This is chosen randomly. They have different attacks, but the general strategy for defeating them is the same. You have to lure them under a lava bucket, and one of you has to trigger it by using the console on the wooden structure to give them superheat. This will increase the damage taken by 10 times. Try to burst the boss as much and as long as you can before the debuff disappears. You will then need to move it to the next bucket, as you cannot use the same bucket twice in a row. Try to lure the boss just before the debuff expires, so that you can interrupt the healing skill, which can only be interrupted by attacking them while the buff is still on. The main skills to avoid are the Dredge Powersuit bombs, which spawn slightly away from him and are marked with red circles. Ice Elemental's Shatterstone attack, which drops powerful ice shards at each player. And the Ice Elemental's Freeze Throw, which after a short delay creates V-shaped ice AoEs that explode after 2 3/4 seconds and are unblockable. Be sure to avoid all of these. Repeat the luring, triggering and bursting until the boss is defeated. Then you have successfully completed the Underground Facility Fractal. I hope you find this quick guide useful. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more guides in this series and much more, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.